So Petunia, my beautiful little stoma, she's attached to me for the rest of my life, and so I have to protect her, and she does better when she's covered up.
Are you guys ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay, come on, go. Pedals.
I love animals. I've been a vet technician for 13 years, best thing I've ever done. I've rescued several animals, and we call this house the land of the misfits. Every animal that lives here is an animal that has been rejected due to missing a leg, an eye, being deaf. And it was just ironic that I was going to become the misfit as of last year. I started vomiting every night. 3 months after that, I went to the doctor because I knew something was wrong. I was told it was all in my head because I was quote unquote too healthy to have something wrong with me.
At just 34 years old, Heather was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer with a genetic mutation.
The exact word from my doctor was, "Heather, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm 99.9% positive that you have colon cancer."
Due to the severity of her cancer, Heather had to have her entire large intestine and rectum removed, and a stoma fitted in her body in replacement.
After surgery, I found out that I was pretty close to death, as in the tumor was growing at such a large pace. I first saw my bag right after surgery, and I just cried. I cried because I knew this is something I gotta live with for the rest of my life. This is where I spent approximately 4 months of my recovery in a hospital bed.
It was during her recovery that Heather decided she needed to create something to make living with her stoma bag easier.
I sat right here on this chair, to be exact, and said, I've never sewn a day in my life, and I'm gonna learn how to sew and make my bed covers. And I sat here for 3 days learning how to sew by hand. It was probably one of the hardest things I ever did. So my roommate, my best friend, decided to buy me my first sewing machine. Casey has been an amazing supporter.
She struggled and I watched her, and I can't do this, and she would throw a little fit, and I said, look, just keep on trying. I said, you don't get it perfect on the first time. So I gave her all my change one day and did it, and it was enough for a nice little sewing machine, and she's really enjoyed doing it. It's been fun watching her.
I have several favorite covers. When I want to have a strong day, I want to be that independent person. I like my Wonder Woman. If it's a nice night and I'm going out with my girlfriends and I want to feel sexy, then I gotta go more for the lace and satin. So it's a toss-up. I started making them just for me. That's all I wanted, was just to make myself confident and sexy and feel like I'm normal. After having surgery, I started going to Ostomy support group. I brought my bags, and man, you should have seen their eyes light up like, oh, this is amazing, especially to the women. They just were overjoyed. The biggest, happiest moment is when I even heard it from them saying, you're gonna make us feel beautiful again. I think with having a bag cover and the confidence, for me, I can personally say, I like accessories. This is just like adding a little lace to a support system.
When she started the bag covers, I noticed that she perked up a little bit and didn't seem as stressed out. I mean, she was still worried about everything, but it gave her an outlet of creativity. I think by creating these bags, she's putting her heart and personality into them, and people see that. And it helps encourage other people who are going through the same thing. I know that the bags have just helped so many people just feel better about themselves.
When people tell me thank you for what I'm doing for them, I feel like I finally have a purpose. I feel like I'm doing something not for myself, but for other people like me, and it's great. I'm on top of the world. When I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer, I was told by the oncologist the survival rate is 11%. Hearing percentage isn't the way that you want to be told because that's cutting your life short. So my doctor now says, we're not going by percentage, we're gonna go by the health of you. I feel pretty good nowadays. I still have a few rough patches, but I'm happy, I'm fortunate. When I wake up every day, I thank the amazing doctors that I had to let me enjoy my sunrises and my sunsets.